for Jerry's Outdoor Show. Heard exclusively right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine. Powered by Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Like Jerry's Outdoor Show on Facebook. Jerry, our rods and reels are ready. Let's go fishing.
All right, it is a good Friday morning. It's gorgeous out there. I believe it's gorgeous. Did a little fishing this morning, but we'll get to that. We'll have to address something here that I need to address right off the bat before I get the show rolling here. Being on the radio is awesome. Tim Scott knows this as well as I do. Well, probably Tim doesn't know
I do.
My side of it. But being on the radio, you're going to have your fans. Okay? You
got more fans than I got. Listen, out at the West Liberty Fair, how come I'm not hearing you? Your mic ain't on. I'm still not hearing those guys out there. Here we go.
There's right. Somebody.
There we go.
There we go.
Out at the West Liberty Fair, like one, lady came to see me, and there's like 50 people come to see him.
Yeah.
I'm here to see Jerry.
Yeah. I got critics. Jerry can have the fans.
Well, I got, and that's what I'm getting to is these two old boys I met this morning. We got talking. I was pulling off the water. I hit Chicken Creek real early, and crappie are biting out there. And I got talking to these boys out there, and they're wearing short pants and all that. And I said, "Let me tell you, bro. Let me hook you up with something. You're going to need this. Here's some bug spray." And here's some skin soother. You're going to need it. I appreciate it. How'd you do this morning? I said, well, the crappie over here. You sound familiar. Are you the guy on the radio? I said, yeah, I'm Randy Brewer. How you doing? I'm Jerry from Jerry's Outdoor Show.
If you like me, my name's Randy. Right. If you don't, my name's Randy Brewer.
Right. Yeah, Lonnie Ford. Right. But anyway, so they shook my hand and said, man, we really love the show. Keep it going. We love it. So I do have fans out there. But on the other side, the flip side, what I was getting to is I also have a few disgruntled people out there that I found out through the grapevine that one guy said, hey, that dude on the radio, he goes out to Chicken Creek, he catches these crappie, and then he puts it on Facebook, and he talks about it on the radio, or he puts it in that paper, and then we got half the world out here at Chicken Creek. He needs to keep his mouth shut.
Oh.
Okay? That's for me. I understand that. Out of how many fans you got, you're going to have some people that don't like you. Like I said, Tim Scott's been in radio forever. That doesn't happen to him.
No, I got my haters.
No, you don't. I've been with you because people go like, when you go, hey, there's Tim Scott.
Yeah,
women start primping their hair.
Oh, yeah.
Fathers are bringing their teenage daughters over.
They're 80, but they start primping their hair.
Jerry, you got him blushing. Knock it off. They might be able to see this on the radio.
At the nursing home.
Right. And they're bringing their teenage daughters over. Mr. Scott, I'd like you to meet Amber.
No, they're saying turn the other way and run.
Right. So anyway, taking that under advisement, I know that there's some people that just don't dig on what I do. So what I decided to do is taking that under advisement, yes, I have a radio show and a column in the paper and a Facebook thing, and that's to help people with fishing. And I don't think it's a big secret out there. I'm out there to help people. And so under advisement for the guy that thinks I should shut my big mouth, if you go to Jerry's Outdoor Show on Facebook right now, it'll be under my post. I just posted a topographical picture of Chicken Creek, and I have labeled every single crappie spot that I know of.
Oh, what a payback. What a payback.
And there's hot. I've fished it for 30 years, and I'm going to guarantee you, my friends, if you go out there right now, we will get the county sheriff's department out there to direct traffic so we can get as many people out there. But that's what I'm about, okay? I'm here to help people. There's fishermen I like are the ones that, going to share a little bit of information with you. But the ones that, hey, where'd you catch that? I caught it in the water. Yeah. Well, how'd you catch it? With a hook. Don't waste my time. Okay.
Right.
So other than that's just what I wanted to say and get out there. And I do have my fans out there, and I get emails all the time that people appreciate it. And it's that I hardly ever get the emails where, hey, shut up. That don't happen. So if you're going to blast me in public, remember, Muscatine isn't very big. It will get back to me. But other than that, the current situation, last night I went out to the Mississippi River. It's on the rise if you look at it with all the rain that we got.
2 foot, I believe.
2
That's
foot,
what
right.
I wanted Timmy to look that up.
Right, the
I'll look her up
hydrological.
here,
Yeah, I looked it up last night before I headed out because I was going to, go out to Chicken Creek because I've been slamming the crappie out there.
Don't tell nobody. Just don't tell nobody. You have fans like I got. They're all boxes.
On pedestals.
Box fans.
Yeah, gotcha. But I went out. I was either going to go to Chicken Creek because the crappie were biting. Now, when I said the crappie were biting out there, it was either Sunday night or Saturday night. I can't remember what night I went out there. Bang, bang, bang. Limited out. Easy. But they're 10-inch fish. With this recent water that came up, had restocked it. Now, typically what happens in the fall is going to be the opposite of the spring. In the spring, usually you have your large ones and your small ones, as far as crappie goes. Start hitting right after ice out, it's large ones and the smaller ones. In the fall, typically, the smaller ones, then the larger ones. So you're wanting that water temp to get about 68. And that's when the bigger ones. But you should be out there trying to check these spots out, see what's working. Now, this morning, I ended up with 5 crappie. Still, again, maybe the biggest one was 11 inches. No 14 inchers, no 16 inchers. But if you send me $25 on a self-accepted envelope, I can show you exactly where the spot is.
I will walk you to it.
Exactly. So we ended up going, a buddy of mine had called me up, oh, dude, they're slamming crappie down at the spillway in Muscatine. They're slamming them. I saw them this morning. They're slamming them out there. I was, all right, cool beans. That does it. We'll run out there. So we ended up putting in, went up back by the spillway, and I was like, now my friend of mine, I don't know if he needs glasses or maybe he went through a haze or something before he got there. I was saying, bro, I'm not seeing nothing on the electronics whatsoever as far as mass. Are you sure they were pulling up crappie this morning? Oh, yeah, they were slamming here and here and there. We went out there, man, nothing. And I even took, everything out there, nothing's biting. So I went out in the main channel, and brothers, let me tell you, there is so much eelgrass coming down the pipe right now. I mean, you can't throw nothing out without pulling up, a sizable pile of it out there. I don't know if you've seen that now in your neck of the woods.
Yeah,
or?
The whole river is. The commercial guys, their nets are just filling up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, the one, Vigo, he's fishing clear up north of Davenport, right up in there.
Mm-hmm.
But then the crappie over there on the spillway side,
mm-hmm.
He got you out of Chicken Creek so he could fish Chicken Creek while you went to the spillway.
There you go. That's a big conspiracy. But
yeah, I think so.
No, we went there. I mean, dudes, I even went out and said, let's go into the boat marina. I said, everything's going downstream. There should be, and it was even in there. I mean, it was just loaded.
I haven't been up to the Muscatine one for a few years, but it usually holds rule if you'll get in the Getty on the island right in between the river and the spillway side, in that little tunnel in there,
mm-hmm.
if you keep working that, you'll find a hole with a bunch of them in it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's what the guy did or not, but that's the way I find them down at the lower pool.
There's some brush piles up there when you get towards the spillway up there. You get up there, there's some brush piles there. And then you got the wall, and then you got the sawtooth keyways there, and we went up and down them. Yeah, that's why we got Lonnie on here. He helps us with the big words and that. He's the regulator.
The regulator.
He makes sure that we're politically correct and we're saying stuff correctly, and that way we see. Lonnie,
I don't know.
Lonnie has no haters out there.
No, he don't have any.
I fished that when I lived in Muscatine quite a bit for sauger.
Mm-hmm.
Used to fish up there and fish the keyways, and the deeper cut keyways was often often the best place to fish up along there.
No.
You threw all the walleye back and just kept the saugers?
No, I walleye now and then, but the sauger, they bit fairly well,
Right. So, that's the thing with modern electronics. They're so good now. It's like, dude, I don't
even see a minnow, let alone.
Right, exactly. I can see my jig. That's what I see. There's nothing around here. So with that, Tim, you pulled up the hydrological chart there. I know it's coming up.
The hydrograph for today says 10.7 feet, and then by next Thursday, it's going to be 12.1 foot.
And that won't shut nothing off.
No,
so we'll be okay.
It ain't going to shut nothing off, but I think
get out and get all the seaweed you can.
Right, yeah. It's organic. I think Tim was on this before our show. He was talking with Joel, the new morning guy out here, and I don't know if he's starting a grilling show or whatever, but it sounds promising. But Tim got on there, and Tim does not like prime rib.
No.
Really?
He likes his steaks well done.
I like prime rib, but it's got to be cooked. I don't want no blood or red in it, or it makes me sick. To look at it, I'm like, I can't do it, man.
Man, there goes all the juice, right?
Well, hell, why don't you go out and take a cow and just carve a piece, shoot it, and carve a piece out of it?
Don't need a little raw loin.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's beside the point.
Exactly, but you got to remember, guys. Tim Scott is a classy guy.
When you're butchering them, they're already 98 degrees. So
right there you go.
So what do you want?
More degrees.
120?
He's a city fella, isn't he?
He's a city folk, and he's a classy guy. Because I know this from Tim Scott.
I don't know about that.
No, you are. You are a classy guy. I mean, you even told me one time if you're in the shower,
buffaloed.
If you're in the shower and you have to take a whiz, you will get out of the shower to use the toilet.
No, I don't.
That's a high class guy, right?
Not go that far. No.
So anyway, what else we know? Lonnie, our good friend Lonnie Ford, is out there on the Cedar. Teal season has started, correct?
Yes,
because
it closes Sunday
at 6:20 a.m. this morning. I'm out there on Chicken Creek.
Yeah.
Up on Chicken Creek. So did you get out? And,
I got out once. I was able to get out once, but I had a fairly busy week. And
right. So you were able to get out and duck hunt once?
Just once.
Okay. See, because Monday, I don't know if everybody remembered last Friday, but Monday, my good friend Lonnie Ford and I was supposed to go out catfishing.
But there's no time.
But so Lonnie calls me, I go to bed at like 7 o'clock to get all rested up, make sandwiches and all this other stuff for our day out.
Who did you or your wife?
The sandwiches were made, let's leave that, and all that. It's like, I don't know if he likes diet pop, if he likes this, that. Oh, I just better bring it all, all excited, I get the phone call. Yeah, we ain't going to be able to go.
What?
And I said, whoa, is this Randy Brewer? Who is this? Oh, this is Lonnie. I got a bunch of hog concrete coming in, and I just ain't able to go. Now, be it this guy's retired, he can receive this concrete at any time. Yeah. He has to do it on Labor Day. So.
Well, that's the day that they had available for it, plus I push it in.
Right.
I got a large end loader, and I got to be there to push. I want it in particular places. I just don't want it dumped in where I have to cart it around and put it, so.
Now, admittedly so, we talked about it earlier, you're getting all this concrete donated to you from a hog farmer or a cattle farmer?
A cattle farmer, yeah.
And instead of cleaning it, every time it got dirty, they just put another level of concrete over the old concrete.
Yeah, the old stanchion floors and everything, they just build up with muck and harden up, and they just turn around and poured right over the top of it.
Right.
And the next floor. Well, anyway, as he turned out, when he started cleaning it up, he had 3 layers of it, of concrete.
So he busted that all up and then brought it out to you, and then you washed and cleaned it before you
put
dumped
all
it in my
that
river.
doo-doo in our river.
Right.
Well, there's no foreign debris in it.
Now?
That ain't what foreign.
When it got put over the bank, there was no foreign debris.
It came out the south side of a cow walking north, but there ain't no foreign debris.
Absolutely. So, no, but anyway, we went to the Cedar on Sunday, and catfish are still biting really good. Now, how far is that coming up? Because like I said, I didn't make it to the Cedar, but I did make it Chicken Creek this morning. How up is that?
Cedar's rising fairly, I'm not going to say fairly fast, but it's Sugar Creek's running almost bank full.
Right.
It's a foot or two down, and it's noticeable up over the sandbars from last night. It's come up probably at least 6 to 8 inches over the last 12, 14 hours.
And what I was going to say there is it's rising up like that. Does that mean that a lot of these guys out there, well, like you said, if you're building shanties out there, you got to get out there and get them moved, or?
Well, so far I haven't seen a whole lot because most of the places, the sandbars and stuff that typically like to hunt come, October 1st, aren't there. They haven't been there all summer.
Right.
And so for
they
people...
may never be back.
And they may not be out there.
That's the way it goes.
Well, it was just on the way down.
Yes.
And it dropped quickly from that last Thursday to Saturday morning.
Yes.
I mean, it dropped real good, but that's a cedar up and down. Up and
it
down.
comes up as fast as it almost goes down as fast.
But the fishing's turning hot. It's turning into this time of the year, which I love the most, which is fall. I love the fall fishing, as you can see. I wore long pants, and I think Joel even said, "Man, you actually own shirts with sleeves in them." I said, "Yeah, yes, I do." But so the mosquitoes and the gnats are just
terrible,
man. And I have fogged, I have sprayed, and turn around and go back 20 minutes later when everything should be dead.
Right.
There's like a whole new crop of them just right on top of me.
Oh, yeah.
And I've sprayed, and I don't know if it was the pressure brought them down out of the trees, but there's some huge ones, too.
I told the wife the other day, I think I have Zika.
Yeah.
You think you have Zika? The 24-hour kind?
Yeah.
You worried about your baby coming out with a premature head there, Lonnie?
A big Lonnie and a little big head.
Yeah.
So I know, all this wetness that we've had, I think it's a precursor. We're headed for, I think we're going to get ample precipitation this winter. I think we're just headed onto that pattern of it and that. So deal with it while you can, because before you know it, that corn's turning awfully brown.
Hey, they're picking seed corn, buddy. They're picking her now.
Absolutely.
About the end of September, if there's anybody from the DOT listening, let us know. About the end of September, they have a statewide meeting in Ames, Iowa. And they bring in all the supervisors from the state garages, and we actually have a climatologist come in, and they give us their professional outlook on what the winter's going to be.
I have a professional weather stick that I bought from an Incan Indian that I'll bring there and sell it to you.
It comes with a dream catcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you got to do is flip it up in the air, and depending on which way it lands, it's 50% chance it's going to rain or 50% chance it ain't.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. But I know for 100% we are going to be right back with Jerry's Outdoor Show right after this commercial break. Hey, don't touch that dial, bro, Tater Chip.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
We've got more of Jerry's Outdoor Show right here on KWPC AM 860 and 95.1 FM.
Everybody's a temple, that's why we're taught. I've traded this one like an old honky.
Are you looking for a reliable taxidermist who does superior work? Here's taxidermist Shannon Spooner telling you in sign language why he's the best around. Oh, we forgot to mention, he's deaf. Deaf Guy Taxidermy in Clinton mounts every type of game imaginable, from deer and coyotes, fish and ducks, you name it, he can mount it. Text him, please. Don't call 563-613-4411 or send him an email to deafguytaxidermy@icloud.com. Deaf Guy Taxidermy, proud sponsor of Jerry's Outdoor Show. Listen on KWPC Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Shannon wishes he could. Indian Creek Lure Company is your family-owned tackle shop. They carry the finest in bass fishing products. They carry items not found anywhere else. In fact, if they don't have it, you don't need it. Indian Creek Lure Company specializes
specializes in the more specialized tackle. Indian Creek also carries Dobbins and Denali fishing rods, as well as their own line of Indian Creek rods. They can help you spec out a custom rod that's the perfect fit for you, and they cater to bass clubs and tournament anglers. Check out their website, IndianCreekLures.com today.
Mitchell Arms and Ammo has moved. Stop by their new location on Park Avenue inside the old Lincoln School. They are still your locally owned gun shop. Owner Troy Mitchell takes his time to find the right firearm to fit your needs. Visit them online today at MitchellArmsandAmmo.com and start searching their inventory. Suppressors will be available in July. They offer online pricing and local pickup. No freight or extra fees. Just add tax and pick up at the store in a few days. And warranties are honored locally too. Call them at 319-212-0239. And now back to more Jerry's Outdoor Show. If you've missed part of this episode or any other episode, what were you thinking? Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook. Listen to past episodes on iTunes, Podbean, and jerry'sOutdoorshow.com.
Right, we are back. Like I said, we're approaching fall, but it doesn't mean fishing is quite over yet. In fact, we got somebody on the phone right now, Mr. Brett Timmerman, and he is down by Wapello Way, and he's here to tell us about a big old catfish tournament going on this weekend. Are you there, Brett?
Yes, I am. How's everybody doing?
How you doing, bud?
Not too bad.
So tell us a little bit about this catfishing tournament you guys got going on.
Well, this is going to be the 7th annual Wapello Fire Department catfish tournament.
Okay.
It's been a smaller payout in the past, but I took it over this year and trying to make it pretty big. If I can get 20 boats, it'll be 500 to win. 30 boats, it'll be 800 to win.
Well, I saw a lot of eyes. I seen a lot of eyes kind of perk up here in the studio when you started rattling off that money there.
40 boats will be 1,200 to win. And if I can get 50, it'll go up from there.
Awesome. So you said this is your 7th annual, so you've been doing it for 7 years. Have you had a pretty good turnout for it?
We usually get about 30 boats is about the average, but it's always been a 200 to win tournament. And so this year I took it over and made it trying to make it a bigger payout.
Okay, awesome. Give us a little breakdown on the rules and how it's going to go down there.
So basically, you can come down to the Toolsboro boat ramp. It's east of Wapello, about 8 miles.
It's right by the Indian reservation,
Yep, right there by the Indian.
Yeah, off of 99, yeah.
I was going to say, we have an Indian reservation down there?
Burial ground.
Yeah, they're still there.
Oh, yeah?
In spirit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's spirit. I got it.
Shut up, Gary.
I'm just trying to clarify. I didn't know if we had a reservation.
Let the man talk.
All right, go ahead, Brett.
Okay, so you can come down. I'll be there at 5 a.m. The tournament starts at 6:30 and we'll go till 2:30. We're going to do a shotgun start. So however many boats we have at 6:30, we'll start them.
I hope there's not a lot of duck hunting going on down there. You might have boats leaving at the wrong time.
It'll be $85 per boat.
Mm-hmm.
$10 out of that $85 will go to a big fish.
Mm-hmm.
You can have 3 people in your boat.
Okay.
And Iowa regulations apply. So if you can have 3 fishing poles, then you're allowed to fish 3 fishing poles.
Awesome.
Per person.
Okay.
So you're just charging for the boat, not the people that's in it?
Yep, it's just $85 per boat.
Okay.
Yeah,
that ain't near as bad.
Oh.
I thought it was $85 per person there for a minute.
Right.
And no wonder you got big prizes.
Yeah. So is this going to be channel cat only or flathead allowed?
You can catch catfish and flatheads.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the flathead goes as total weight?
Yep.
Awesome. Because a lot of the guys that have tourneys around here, it's channel catfish only. They don't want
and only 6 of them.
Right.
And it does scare some people away when you do flathead. But I put on the Isaac Walton tournament too, and I had that in July, and I had 37 boats for 1,000 to win.
Right.
And catfish won that tournament. The guy caught 6 catfish, and his total weight was 61 pounds.
Awesome.
Wow.
So you're saying this is in conjunction with the Wapello Fire Department down there.
Yep.
Does any of this money go back to the fire department, or?
Yes. So I basically made the payouts where I needed to stay in the positive for the fire department. And we do accept donations, but most we're just trying to get people to have fun and know that the Wapello Fire Department's here for them.
Yeah.
And we won't make much off of it because of the good payouts that I'm doing.
Right.
Because it pays out good in the top 5. So, like, let's say I have 40 boats, it'll be $1,200 for first, $700 for second, $300 for third, $100 for fourth, and $75 for fifth.
Not bad work if you can get it, boys. Not bad work if you can get it. Now, you said you've done this for 7 years now. Do you find that you have the same winners year after year, or
it's been a different winner every year?
Oh, no kidding. And what was typically, if I'm not pushing you too hard, what's biggest fish that you can remember being brought in for the big fish?
I believe it was a 42-pound flathead.
Nice.
On a pole.
On a pole?
On a rod and reel,
On a rod and reel. Awesome. So, now with this going on, is there going to have a big fish fry afterwards?
Nope. I like to release the fish. We are keeping some fish under 10 pounds this year we're donating them to a friend of mine. His mom passed away, and they're having a fish fry for her on Sunday.
Okay.
So he needed some fish, so I told him that I would let him keep anything under 10 pounds.
Okay.
But we release anything over 10 pounds.
All right. So give everybody out there a shout. When do they have to be registered? When's the deadline to be registered, and how do they contact you to get registered for it if they say?
So I'm doing no pre-registration. So tomorrow I'll be there from 5 until about 6:15 taking registrations.
Okay.
Then we'll start at 6:30. I'm fishing in it with my kid. Otherwise, I'd go till 6:30.
Okay.
So if you can be there between 5 and 6, that'd be great. That way you get time to launch your boat. I'm going around and collecting raffle prizes today. We're going to have raffles. I've got 4 brand new boat seats to go for a raffle. We usually have pretty good turnout on prizes. I'm hoping to get some today, so raffle will be after the weigh-in.
All right, awesome. Is there any connection on Facebook, or how does somebody get a hold of you if they have questions, Brett?
Yes, you can like our Facebook page, which is Wapello Fire and Rescue Catfish Tournament.
All right. Well, awesome, possum. How you getting on a side note? How you getting along? I noticed you had a little, we were talking about grills a little bit there. I don't know if you want to talk about it on the radio or not, but how are you getting along?
Oh, I'm getting there. It's healing now. For those of you who don't know, that what happened is my burners on my LP grill weren't working right, so I decided to turn them off and dump some charcoal in. Well, I didn't turn the LP tank off, and a piece of charcoal fell through and ruptured my hose, and it was hissing out LP, so I needed to get it away from my house before a fire happened. As I was pulling it, it exploded on me where the LP settled in my LP tank cabinet, and ended up giving me burnt the front of my shorts off and gave me first and second degree burns on my arms and legs, and sends a lot of my hair off.
Yeah, it didn't look good from the pictures, but you're all right now, though, right?
Yep, it's on the healing process now.
So there you go. Just that quickly, so some stuff can happen. It's a good thing you're with the fire department down there.
Yeah, they responded pretty quick when they heard it was one of their own.
Right, absolutely. So yeah, it just goes to show you. So.
Do like Smokey the Bear does. He just pees on it.
I'm usually Smokey the Bear in the parade.
There you go.
There you go. Well, we appreciate you taking your time this morning, Brett, to come on with us. And like I said, next year, when you got a fishing tournament, just give me a holler. We'll get it out there and we'll get the word out.
Give us a little more notice, though.
Yeah,
I will. I was planning on giving you guys some notice earlier this week.
Well, you're a little preoccupied, Randy.
Yep.
I'm sure he'll come.
The last tournament you had, wasn't that when I caught you getting green gills from a buddy of mine?
Some green-eared sunfish?
Yeah, green gills. Yep. That was the first tournament of the year, wasn't it?
That was the July 2nd tournament.
Yeah, there you go. But, yeah. Watch how you cook that steak. I hope it was steak you was trying to cook and not just a hot dog.
It was my kid's birthday. We were getting ready to cook hamburgers and hot dogs.
Oh, there you go. Well, anyway, like I said, I appreciate you taking your time out this morning, Brett. You guys can check him out on Facebook.
Less than 24 hours.
If you'd like to get out there and get to her. But we appreciate you, Brett. Have a good day, sir.
I hope to see a lot of people there, so
I'll get my dilly poles baited up tonight so I can be there at 5. Oh, wait a minute. I got to come back at 2. I can't show up at 5 with that 40-pounder.
All right, we appreciate it, Brett. We'll let you go, bud.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, that's the thing. So there you go.
He's a good kid. I've met him a couple times.
Right, he put that on Facebook. I mean, we're not going to dwell on it, this and that, but that's I was like, oh my goodness,
how quick does that happen?
Right, but there you go. It can happen.
But LP with that hose hissing, it's not going to flash up into the tank and blow up. It
sounds like a man from experience.
Well, yeah, I've burned a couple of them, but you don't get excited. And when it happened to me, I actually had 4 gallons of 350-degree grease to deal with. So I'm not going to get scared and panic and have it really get out of control.
Is that why you have no hair today?
It's flash fires.
Lonnie, grass don't grow on the playground, brother. Grass don't grow on the playground.
But, the LP is not as scary as what one thinks it is because it doesn't back up in the tank and blow up.
So if you've learned nothing else today, folks, know that if your LP hose catches on fire, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Stay cool.
Stay cool.
Got her done's better than get her done.
But anyway, that's kind of interesting because a lot of catfish tournaments around here, flathead's not allowed.
I didn't know he was doing right. I didn't know he was doing this one for the fire department.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome that they allow flathead and all that. So, but pretty much I'm with everybody else. I'm pretty much catfished out. This season. We've got plenty of catfish for Jerry's outdoor show, Fish Fry, coming up on September 24th. It'll be down at the VFW. It's $10 clean plate. We're going to have Hermit Longhorn and the boys. They'll be down there entertaining. Tim Scott will be down there signing autographs and that. He might even let you take a selfie with him.
No autographs. Selfie, yeah, I'll do that.
Well, I got them.
We'll have some door prizes. I'll take some T-shirts down.
Yeah, I got some velvet ropes there. We'll keep the people back.
What Jesus. It's getting deep in here.
Welcome back, Tim.
This from a guy with a house in Florida.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you got against Florida, man?
I don't. I want you to take me down there sometime.
You want to go? Well, let's go now.
All right.
Let's go. You won't.
It
says it shows up. I was just kidding about Florida. I got too much work.
No, I can take time. I got time off.
You got time off? All right, we'll cruise down there, man.
All right.
But first of all, I got to do the fish fry in a couple weeks.
Okay.
All right. Cool beans. So that's
Can RB come with us too?
RB's already been to Florida. We'll talk about that after.
Just be careful, Tim, if he decides to take you fishing and you tie the steak or chicken to your toes.
Right.
Well, he don't care for steak.
Them ain't lizards, Tim. Them are gators.
That's right.
You can pet them and everything.
Oh,
man.
sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we got the fish fry coming up, which is fantastic. I look for it to be a good turnout. Me and Lonnie have done some calculating. We've got tons of catfish. I don't know where you're sitting at, Randy, on your.
I've got close to 100 pounds of flathead.
All right. So we've got more than enough. And I mean, Lonnie,
That's a lot of meat with no bones.
We went through Lonnie's, and he's got, for some channels, we've got some behemoths in there.
Got some real nice. And I've talked to you a time or two on them, and I'd like to go over with you again before I get them out.
We're going to have to, yeah.
Because I've never typically catfish that big. I take pictures of them and throw them back. But because we wanted them for this program, I kept them. So I'd like to have a little more on how you want them cut up, because I've got some 8, 10, 12 pounder channel cat, whole channels.
Yeah. Well, I thought you filleted some of them.
I did. I filleted a lot of them.
Okay.
I filleted a lot of them.
We've got a lot of whole catfish. My
Right.
freezer's full. Lonnie's freezer's
Because
full.
we got a lot of fans out there that
We
like
got a
the
lot
whole
of people
catfish.
that want the whole catfish, and we're here to serve. So,
Sounds like we got her.
well, I think we got her. I think we're good on her, and I'm sick of flinging stink bait all over the creation. I don't know. You're right. I got some of that on my motor, Randy.
It takes the paint off,
It takes
doesn't
the
it?
paint off. I wouldn't believe that. I was like, what is that? Is that the color? Oh, my goodness. So I don't know what the secret ingredient is in there, but...
Paint thinner.
Yeah, I guess. Well, let's don't put that out.
Yeah.
Well, the guy on the radio said take paint thinner and stick it in your stink bait. Hell, he's dumping methane in there anyway, so who cares?
You know what, Doc Massey, you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember his was secret ingredient was pussy willows in there.
Cattails.
Cattail.
Yeah. That, you know why you put cattails in there?
I don't.
Taking it.
It actually binds it together, like fiberglass, like how we have reinforced concrete now, where instead of like putting all the rebar in it, you just dump like a cup full of fiberglass mesh, little strands. It's the same thing. Them strands will get in there and they'll interlock like that, and it causes a mat to it, and that's what will cause the stink bait to hang on a little bit more.
Well, when we was real little, we used to go pick them over there by the slough before anything was over there, and heck, we'd make some good money selling them,
Selling them to him?
Just kids,
Oh, yeah.
Back then, 35 cents was good money.
No, we made some good
That's like
money.
$3.50.
Really? Because I remember keeping newspaper because he used to make the bass bedding or the
I remember that too.
So you keep all these newspapers and you take them all down there. Oh, we're gonna make some money. Oh, give me a new Huffy Stingray and this and that.
See, he was right there by Tom Bruner field, but then there wasn't nothing else after that. Like they got all the diamonds there now. That none of that was there.
All right. So we take in all this paper that we saved up. Boy, we're gonna make some. Yeah, I give you 50 cents. It was like $50 a ton or something, or 50 cents a ton that he paid. But it was a good activity back then. But Doc Massey, they still around or?
Well, I think their relatives was a buddy of mine, Tony Logel. They run the auto parts store there in South End. Arnold's there. I think that was his grandpa.
Right. But they don't do anything anymore.
No.
As far as,
no.
Stink Bay. I know Babe tried to venture into it. I don't know if they're still doing that.
Yeah, he's still making it.
Still making it.
Yeah,
So.
he's out there on 61.
Yeah,
or 22, I mean.
Yeah, you pretty much have to be if you're going to start a stink bait operation in your backyard. Hey, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. We're going to slide in a commercial break, and we're going to be right back. Hey, don't you go anywhere. We've got more of Jerry's Outdoor Show.
No man alive likes to be called high smelling and low down.
Right here on KWPC AM 860 and FM 95.1.
She said, hello, my name is Bobby Joe. Meet my twin sister, Betty Lou.
Pierce Custom Rods are handcrafted of the finest materials available and designed to provide the most enjoyable fishing experience imaginable. Each rod features a perfect blend of power, action, and detail customized for the user. If you want the utmost in performance, quality, feel, and appearance from your custom rods, choose Pierce Custom Rods. Search Pierce Custom Rods and like them on Facebook or call 563-299-8645.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experience fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Is your boat not starting well or running to its fullest potential? Have Nigel at Tailwater Marine take a look and have it running tip-top again. Conveniently located on Mississippi Drive, just south of downtown Muscatine, Tailwater Marine has years of experience and the skills to keep you worry-free on the water. Tailwater also carries towables, water toys, and accessories for your fun and safety on the water. Call Tailwater Marine, 563-264-BOAT. That's 563-264-2628.
And now back to more Jerry's Outdoor Show. If you've missed part of this episode or any other episode, what were you thinking? Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook. Listen to past episodes on iTunes, Podbean, and jerry'souttdoorshow.com.
All right, yeah, we're just having a heck of a conversation in here with our good friend Tim Scott here. Brad was having some problems with his vehicle last week, so I had to give him a ride home, and we cruised by the it used to be the old Werico station, and Brad said, "Yeah, I used to remember they had turkeys there." And I remember my good friend Tim Scott was saying something about, at Thanksgiving time they had live turkeys. This is back in the day. And I asked him, I said, "Did you guys ever get a live turkey?" "Oh, yeah." I said, "Well, who killed the turkey?" "Oh, we killed it."
It was somebody down almost by RB's place. My dad knew a guy had a place there, and he had chickens and ducks and stuff. And he had an old stump with a couple of nails in it. So whatever you was going to kill, you'd stick their head in them two nails, and then you'd pull back and chop their head off. And then he had a big tub of hot water with Tide in it, and then you'd throw whatever in there and let it sit for a while, and you could get the feathers off it like that.
So just a mere 30 years ago.
Well,
look how times have changed. Yes. Could you imagine today if Come and Go had crates of live turkeys here?
Oh, there'd be some kind of about it. They'd have Channel 6 down here filming it. Cruelty to animals.
Absolutely. But that's just, nobody ever gave it a second thought.
Well, look out there at the turkey farm out by West Liberty. How you think them turkeys get on your table?
Well, I understand that. I understand the process. Right. But I mean, that's a factory that does that. Right. They're into producing. But, hey, family, what a fun family holiday time and get together with mom and dad. Come and kill a turkey right here.
We went down this old boy's farm, and he'd just say, "What do you want?" And Dad said,
"What do you want?"
4 chickens and a couple ducks, and us kids would run around and catch them.
Chop.
And then we'd butcher them right there. Yeah.
And we used to do the same thing with chickens growing up because there was 7 of us at home.
Right.
And we'd all pick out a chicken, and we had the same stump hatchet situation. We did one thing further. We had chicken races.
Oh, yeah.
With their heads cut off.
Yeah, you ever cut them off and just put them down on the ground and they run?
They run and the blood squirts and they keep running.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
I don't want to get too graphic, but yeah. Right. And, usually the kid that got the chicken that went the farthest got.
He didn't have to pluck
He got to kill another chicken.
He didn't have to pluck
but
no chicken.
You
and
chop
the worst
the heads
part
and let them go.
Worst part of it all is, I hope I don't make nobody sick, but when you're gutting them chickens and that, and you're throwing the guts down, them other chickens will come and eat that right away. It's just like, oh, man. Now I think about that, I'm like, that is nasty.
A family tradition.
Fun family Saturday.
They are very Hannibal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They are very.
Yeah.
Really, they're cannibals.
Oh,
Chickens
yeah.
are cannibals.
You bet.
Huh.
You bet.
Hilarious.
Yeah, they'll clean up after themselves.
No kidding.
Oh, yuck.
Awesome. The only time I ever had chicken was from Colonel Sanders, so... and I didn't care how it got in the bucket.
I'll tell you what, Jerry, after cleaning 50 chickens, plucking them.
You used to plucking
chickens? But you can't, I couldn't eat a chicken for 6 months. So we only had to clean half as many because I'm so damn sick of chickens, because of the smell when you dunk them in that hot water and soap.
Right, absolutely.
To release, finally saved up enough money for one of them red barrels with them rubber
tips
tongs on it, and it just seemed like it beat the hell right out of that chicken. It just flop.
Well, you guys must have been rich to put soap in it because we had to save the water, skim the feathers out to take baths in at the end of the day.
Because they wanted to just kill 2 birds with 1 stone and have kids killed.
Literally.
Well, the kid that won the chicken race, you get to take the bath first. Because when you get to the 7th kid and all that chicken blood in there, then it's really not sense of taking the bath.
My God.
And now you guys, and I complain about when my phone gets to about 72% charge of battery. Look how you could have lived. which is awesome, by the way. My little nephew came over. Well, he's not a little anymore. He's 12. And for you older folks out there that aren't up on technology, they have these things now. They're called, I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it's Oculus is what they're called. Basically, they're like, you remember how like your grandpa would have to put on like these magnifying glasses type thing on his head to look at something, it had a little hood. Well, it's actually, you stick your phone on these glasses and it gives you almost virtual reality. And he had a fishing program on there. And you move your head up and down with these on, and you look all over the place. You're looking all the way around the lake. You can see the fish swimming in 3D. It is just totally awesome what they can do.
Well, I see like on the drones, they put that headset on, and they're not actually standing there looking at the drone. They're in the drone looking out that camera.
Right.
And that's how they fly it.
Right.
Well, wouldn't that, that would make you so dizzy.
Right. That was the point I was getting. My wife said, well, here, let me try it. But she had to wedge herself in the corner of the cabinet.
Because things were moving.
She was going to fall into the water or this and that. But it is totally, like I said, I've lived long enough that we went from killing chickens to now we can virtually kill chickens. There'll be an app for it somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be an app for it anyway. But anyway, we're into that time of year. We've talked about fall fishing. And what I want to talk about now is I'm an avid Facebooker out there, putting stuff out there so we get the information out there, even though some people don't like it. But what comes inevitably at this time of year is spider rigging. People are talking about their article. Here's an article on spider rigging.
Well, that's if it's hot, but from what I'm seeing, it's going to cool down.
Right.
I hate to sound dumb, but what's spider rigging?
Well, we're about ready to discuss that right now. The term.
I'll say it before you go on, Jerry. Go to this catfish tournament tomorrow. If they've got 3 guys allowing 3 guys at 3 poles,
9 poles
in a pole, at 3 poles each in that boat.
Oh, okay.
You're going to look like it's spider rigging.
Is that what it is?
That's
multiple poles.
Okay.
If you was an eagle looking down upon the boat.
I like the way you think, Randy.
I didn't say a buzzer.
Wagging your talons.
Jerry, you the buzzer. But anyway, Timmy, when you look down on it, that's what it looks like, big spider in the water.
Yeah.
That is somebody that really looks up to you, Tim. When you're an eagle flying over the boat looking down.
I like the way RB thinks.
Not a buzzard like Jerry in there.
But anyway, yes, that's what it is. You have all these poles hanging off your boat. It looks like a spider.
And real slow.
Now, here's the problem, though. Every time I read these articles, they talk about Joe Angler. Oh, we're talking about Joe Angler and his secrets of spider rigging. The first thing Joe does is set up 8 poles. The 8 poles will mimic the school. Wait a second. Where are you fishing at? And I read it. He's from Illinois. It's like, if you're a single fisherman, how can you have 8 poles? By law, you're only allowed 2 unless you buy the third option.
I don't think Illinois has got the third option.
No, they do.
They do?
Because I looked up the Illinois thing. They do have the third option line. So, either you have 4 guys in your boat with 2 poles apiece to equal 8, or you have 2 guys that have the third option and a 1 guy with just a regular license. So somehow you're going to have a bunch of guys in your boat to have that many poles. So that's what always gets me. The first thing is that you have to have 8 poles. What? I don't like hardly anybody in my boat, let alone have 3 other people in there. And when you see, usually when they set up for the spider rigs, usually they have some sort of a contraption on the front of their boat that you place all the rods so they kind of fan out like a V. So that's what the purpose of spider rigging is. So it looks like a school of bait fish coming towards them, and then they start picking them off. So who gets to be the guy sitting up front? Because most boats, like Randy's or mine or Lonnie, you only got room for 1 guy up front. So who gets to reel it in? Whose fish is it? Does it go by the pole? So, that's what the problem I have with the spider rigging thing is when they put it out there, they always have, 8 or 6. Now, like, say if my wife goes, that only means we've only got the regular license, so we can only have 4 poles, which we could do with the fan thing. But that's the thing with spider rigging. is when these articles come out, it's like, they never allude to the fact that he has to have more guys. And admittedly, I'm not up on Alabama or Georgia or Florida, what their actual rules for how many rods that you can have. Are you a fan of spider rigging?
I'm not even a fan of you running 2 poles.
Really?
I do run them until the fish start biting, because I end up losing more fish as I try to play with one, getting it in, the other one will take off.
Right.
Inevitably, that happens, you run into them. So until they get to biting, if I catch one and it seems like they're going to bite, I'll reel the other one in and just fish with one, because ultimately I'll lose more fish by that, waiting on the other one to, getting one in and the other one starts biting.
What say you, Randy? Are you a fan of spider rigging?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Have you had a lot of success?
If it's dead and you ain't picking nothing up, then you can just throw your 3 poles out, get your trolling motor, troll real slow, drink your beer, and when you get a fish, set your beer down.
I love that. It's kind of like, what's that website? What's that website called, Tim? Instructables? Instructables or eHow?
But that's it's more of when the fish ain't really active biting,
right?
To where you just kind of just cruise around, and every now and then you will have one come up and take it.
Right.
Only because you're on the go.
It's like what they say.
You don't just sit there with all these poles. You actually need to be moving, and depending on the weight and how much line you got out is how these are going to trail your boat. And I have seen one heck of a mess because of spider rigging.
Right.
You sit there for 2 hours. If you don't just cut all the lines and start over, you're sitting there for 20, 30 minutes doing nothing, untangling.
Well, that's why I said, like, a majority of the rigs I see, they have usually like some sort of apparatus up front that they can have.
They make them for the back of your boat, for the front of your boat, and as well for the sides of your boat. Because I've got a couple guys that come down. There's 3 in a boat. They all 3 they got 9 poles hanging out of the boat. And they're good at it. They don't get a lot of tangles, but when they do, like I said, it's a mess.
Right.
And you usually use the 12-foot rods or 14-foot rods so that it bends and sets the hook real easy and without the fish knowing it.
Right. So we're going back to where we started this morning, was me on Chicken Creek. Now, I didn't spider rig. What I was using there, I kind of changed my game up a little bit. Now, I had 2 12-foot B&M crappie rods. Now I have one 12-foot B&M crappie rod and one 8-foot, 7-inch, and 5/8 crappie rod because I got caught around a darn stump. And usually what I do with the 12-foot rods, because the deepest it is out there is 14 foot. So you just basically just reel down to it. You can feel it and then just kind of jab it a little bit, pull it up. Well, this happened Sunday when I was out there. I got it caught, reeled it down, but the wind was blowing. And I'm trying to get it's almost unhooked, but the boat ended up backing over the pole because of the wind, and I couldn't hit the trolling motor in this. It ended up whap, and it did break. So now I have one that's 12 foot and one that's 8 foot 7 and 5/8 inch.
When I showed you them bluegill beds, I handed it to you. I said, "Feel that? Yeah, that feels nice." Turn around, and it wasn't 3 seconds later. My grandson says, "Grandpa, what's wrong at the end of your pole?" I look up, and there's a foot and a half broken off. And it's like I didn't even touch nothing with it. How the heck did that happen?
So what I was using this morning now, usually when I do that, we'll work out rapid when I'm crappie fishing like that, is I run the jigs in tandem. Now, when I say jigs in tandem, that means I have one at the bottom of my line and one probably anywhere from 16 to 18 inches above it, somewhere between 12 to 18, somewhere, this is not exact science, and I'll run those. I'll just basically wind troll or go as slow as possible till I can locate the crappie where they're at because they're schooling fish. Well, this morning I did that, and they were a little bit slow on biting the tandem jig, so I said, I'm going to switch to drop shotting. Now, when I say drop shotting, what that entails is kind of like a tandem jig setup, but what I do is I take a little split shot, like a number 4, and then about 18, and I'll put that at the bottom of my line, and then up above it, I'll tie a number 4 hook. All right, so that lets the weight drop a little farther down than the actual minnow. And it's just enough of that rod hanging over there. And, brother, it's slight. If there was a wind, you'd swear it was the wind. You know, it's just a little tap, 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 it pop her right up. So that's been working. It's murky. I don't know how long those conditions are going to stay out there, but that's another possibility if you're targeting them crappie out at Chicken Creek.
Promise you ain't going to get mad at me.
No.
And you ain't going to tell nobody where you're fishing.
Well, our recorder froze up here.
Oh, so you lost the whole show?
Well, we got 2 minutes and 54 seconds of it.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Why would I get mad?
Well, I don't know.
We're on air. How could I possibly?
That's why I told you. We're on air. See.
Well, if you don't see Tim Scott next week, well,
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
That's all right, Tim. That's fine. It's just my show. Don't worry about it. For people
so
out
if
there
you're listening to this show, you're never going to be able to hear this show again.
Ever
archived.
again.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Right.
Tell your kids about this show.
Right,
They
exactly.
were listening to the chicken show.
Right.
Yeah, they missed out on the
We
chickens.
miss killing the chickens and everything. Oh, that's just the way it goes. But luckily for Brad got it all. Brad's got it. So you don't get out that easy, Timmy.
That's why he wasn't really worried about it.
That's why after all season to have a Muscatine TV channel come in here, it has paid off. So how long you been in this radio thing?
Just a couple weeks.
What is that TV? What is that .com?
MuscatineTVchannel.com.
There you go.
It's not TV. It's not.
People keep asking me. I keep running out of cards.
Hey, he's running out of cards, Brad. But no, you need to check it out on there because we'll have this episode on there, and then I'll probably have to record it off there and then download it so I can put it on the podcast channel. But thanks, Tim.
Sorry.
Okay. I know there's conspiracy.
The day everybody come up missing.
Yeah. So there we go.
Are we even getting outside the building?
Yeah. Are we even on?
Tim?
I have
Has you got another secret for us?
I just work here, man.
You ain't working much.
Well, I was
today.
going to say not too much today because you forgot to push the button on record.
I did. It locked up, man.
What is that? 3.1? Windows 3.1? Is it? No. Vista?
Yeah, Windows for work
Vista.
groups. Yeah.
So anyway, hey, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. If you're tuned in right now, too bad you're not going to be able to hear the rest of the show. If you go to Jerry's Outdoor Show on podcast, you'll hear 99.9% of the shows I've done. Or if you go to MuscatineTVchannel.com,
You get to see them all.
You can see them
See,
all.
now we're driving them to your site.
We're
there.
driving them to Brad.
That's right.
So anyway, hey, it's been fun. We've only got a couple more shows.
We got the
folks.
fish fry the 24th.
We got the fish fry on the 24th. We're going to be wrapping things up real quick. I've enjoyed my time here the last 4 years.
I had one of my flooring customers yesterday says, well, Randy.
Is that big mouth talking about Chicken Creek?
Not that guy. Her husband's doing something, but she says, well, can I just come and get a plate? And, well, yeah, I'd buy a plate, get it, cover it up, take it.
To-go plates are $25.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Nah, it's fine. It'll be great. Yeah, if you can't stay for the whole thing, but I encourage you.
Buy
I
you a
encourage
plate
you
and
to.
take it with you.
Because Hermit and the boys, they put on a heck of a show.
Yeah, good entertainers.
Yep, absolutely. So like I was saying there before we got cut off there a little bit, I've enjoyed my time out here for the last 4 years. We're very close to coming to the end of the season here, and I just want to take an opportunity to thank everybody out there that's participated, from my sponsors to the avid fans that I do have. The ones that hate me
The
not
Fox
so
fans?
much. But I appreciate you guys listening. We got to slide out of here. I'll see you all next Friday. Bye-bye.
So the show's over now?
What does it matter? Leave it on.
You've been listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show. Special thanks to Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria Wilton, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Tune in every Friday morning at 10 a.m. right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Well, I love her, but I love to fish. I spend all day out on this lake, and hell is all I can.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle.
Broadcasting live from the Muscatine Hy-Vee Studios, KWPC Muscatine, AM 860, K236CF, Muscatine, FM 95.1.